2 years with the
Conquerors.
Conquerors, that's right. 1066. She took a sabbatical and now is back. So, welcome Lilian.
My name's Lilian, and I'm a runaway. I wasn't always like this. Well, maybe I was. I first ran away from home when I was 3 years old. It didn't seem like much to me. I saw all the big kids walking down the street, and they were going to this little bus shelter. And there had to be something great in that little bus shelter, because they all went there. So I decided one day that I wanted to go there too. But somehow I knew that I needed provisions. I needed to go there carrying things like they did. They had lunch bags and books and all sorts of things with them, so I prepared myself. I went into my mother's bedroom and I got jewelry.
Oh.
Sort of like trading with the Indians. I knew I was going to need some good stuff. I got the pearls, the opals,
Oh,
gold
God.
bangles, really good trading material. So once I got all that, I went to the kitchen and got cookies. So I figured, okay, now I'm ready. And I trotted on down the road, and I had fun. I met my new friends, and the boys were really glad to take the cookies. The girls weren't so sure about the jewelry, but they eventually took it. And then the bus came, and I had to choose between getting on the bus and, uh-oh, my mother's calling. So I went home, and boy, did I get a talking to, and a whooping. But that was odd to me, because I didn't see why I should be chastised for doing something that was so natural. Everybody else was doing it, so why shouldn't I? And I didn't run away again for a very long time. The next time, when I was almost 40, my mother and I were at it again. So I got in the car, and I cried, and I drove all the way to Georgia until it was dark. And I got up the next morning, and the world was different. Castleberry was way back there. And everything was new and exciting, so I drove and drove for days, and somehow I ended up in Water Valley, Mississippi, my mother's hometown. In a little shop there, I found the perfect answer to all my problems. This little sign said, if Mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And she wasn't happy, so I wasn't. But when I got home, I tried to be a little nicer, and I decided that running away was just fine with me. And I think that it's wonderful that people can get out and take a break. We all need it. After all, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. And that was exactly what running away was doing for me. So I packed a little suitcase that I always have there, a little picnic basket with everything I would need. So all I had to do was stop by the 7-Eleven or a little grocery store, and I could have an impromptu picnic. And I had all those things, and I put them in the trunk of my car. And that way, I was always there for a picnic. Now, I advise you to do the same thing. But if you come across an occasion to go on one of those impromptu runaways, make sure that you tell somebody else first.